It didn't seem on tonight's episode. I know that the women felt like you didn't show any remorse for what you did, and that your actions enforce a bad stereotype. What's your reaction to that? I mean, you didn't seem that remorseful.
At that moment, I wasn't remorseful. At that moment, I was still trying to figure out everything. My adrenaline was still pumping. What people need to understand is after the fight ended, I went home and I went back to mommy mode. I have 3 kids I have to take care of. I have a whole husband here. I have businesses that I was still running, of live podcasts I was planning. I didn't have the luxury of going home sipping tea with my husband with no other responsibilities. So my mind hadn't calmed down to the point where I actually could take it all in. When I met with the ladies, I still had not taken it in. I wanted to meet with them to simply apologize to them for putting them in harm's way. Did the remorse come later? Absolutely. But at that moment, I was being 100% real with them. And I did not feel it at that moment.
Was there any part of you that felt like you should reach out to Candiace after the incident and apologize?
Yes, and the same day that I finally started feeling the remorse, I sent a text message to one of the producers asking if we could arrange a sit down with us and our husbands. And minutes later, I got the email from her attorney. So I had to lawyer her up because she lawyered up. And at that moment, she turned it legal. So I could not speak to her directly at that point anymore.
You don't want to be defined by one mistake, but Giselle feels like this demonstrates a pattern of behavior and that this is who you are. What's your response to that, as well as Giselle's overall demeanor during that sit down?
Well, I've never been in a physical altercation as the time that I've been on this show. I've never actually gone that far with anyone. And at the end of the day, to make it a stereotype about Black women, I just believe it's a bunch of BS. Like, we're not the only ethnicity that has human moments, that have moments where we may get physical. I think they do that all across the board, and we've seen it on Housewives shows. As far as Giselle, she constantly brings people down with her mouth and the way she is. She's supposed to be a first lady, but she acts like a last lady. So when it comes to everything that she represents, I can't really say too many kind things about her either.